Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Online Motorsports Association. We're back today on another Saturday, a little bit late tonight, but we are going to be back here in the International Formula Championship, running it for race 7 of 14 of Season 3. We're here at Silverstone in Britain, so we haven't ran here since about Season 1, where Jarrett Talmadge took the victory, but it should be a great show tonight because, if you couldn't tell already, there are a lot of drivers racing tonight. Again, do apologize for the late stream, but there was a NASCAR Xfinity race on, and we wanted to push it until it was over. But besides that, we're about to get into qualifying. Should be about 18 minutes per usual. But as you can see there, we have about over 10 drivers racing at the moment. And we got... here's our points entering this race. So we got Jarrett Talmadge with 154. He's your points leader in the AlphaTauri with 3 wins on the season and 6 podiums, 6 top 10s, 3 fastest laps, and no pole, surprisingly, but he has the most in just about every category except for poles. So, in second place is the Ferrari of Landon Laudenbach with 105 points. He is 49 points behind, but he does have a win on the season, as well as third place Ferrari teammate Sebastian Kukulon, who just won recently at Austria last week in a dominating performance. He is 58 points back from Jarrett Talmadge, and that will have him at 96 points. Then right behind is Hector Garcia with 89 points, and the Williams with 65 points behind. And then right behind is Imola winner Colin Teague with 63 points, 91 behind. And that is pretty much every driver currently in contention for the title as of right now. I'd say, at least. Keep your eye on those people. But then going down the points, you got in order, you got guys like Ryan, Jolene Sims, Kirsten Bell, Mark Boog, Jose Perez, Noah McGalliard, Brand Schick, Jason Adams, Aiden McCrow, Jeff Runka, Victor Giannotti, etc., etc. But as you see here, we are now having cars enter the racing surface, and we will get qualifying underway. So we have Fisher Giannotti and Noah McGalliard on their out lap, my bad. From what I've seen in recent time, I think you can easily say that this Silverstone race will be one of the best of the season, I think, if things don't go too awry too quickly. It's a very interesting track. It's always been, in real life, you know, and any other league, any other game, I think it's always been one of the most hectic tracks to go to for F1 racing. But yeah, I mean, this is the first season of me broadcasting these F1 races for this league, so I'm very new to F1 leagues. I don't really race them, but I commentate them, so... You know, I just try to figure out as long as I go, so there occasionally might be some people just watching, screaming at the stream because I'm doing the wrong thing or saying the wrong thing or something like that, which will happen. But anyways, out of the way, you see Fisher Giannotti in the Alpine coming to his in lap. Hopefully, he doesn't get a red sector like he did on his out lap. Obviously, speed is very prominent here at the Silverstone circuit. You want to get as much as you can to every corner without locking up the brakes, spinning out, anything of the sort. But for speed-wise, I do think, you know, with these custom setups, I think Sebastian Kukulon is my pick to get the pole again. He has gotten, I think, 3 poles in the season so far in 7 races. That's just simply Sebastian's speed. He's always one of the fastest out there. He hasn't been able to get it done recently, but well, I mean, he hasn't been able to get it done as much as I expected this season, since he is the only champion of this IFC in the first 2 seasons. But Sebastian, you know, he's just he won at the Red Bull Ring last week, so he has momentum, he has the capability to be really fast and go out there and perform. But yeah, I think he definitely has a shot to get pulled today. But don't count out Landon Laudenbach, because he's always fast in Ferrari too. As Fisher goes with his first time on the board with a 1:30.309, I'm sure that'll be beat after a little bit of time has passed. Go to Noah McGalliard, making another start of the season. I believe it's like maybe like his 4th start or so. Hasn't raced everything. He goes to with a 1:31. Now we got Aidan McCrow in the McLaren on his in-lap, entering the 3rd sector. It is a purple sector, so it's looking to be potentially the pole for the time being. Again, I'm very sure they'll get it beat. It's just the beginning of qualifying, so obviously the times do change. Off the final corner here, Aiden will strike pole by about 7/10. So now that brings us to the Red Bull of Jordan Edwards, who did get a red invalidated lap, so that is not going to be good for him. He'll try again. And for now, we'll go to the Mercedes of Jolene Sims. Jolene with, I believe, a single podium this season. Solid performance from her so far this season. Hasn't been what I think could have been really good. I mean, I say a podium is something I'd take any day, but I'm not good at the game, so that doesn't really mean much. But so far, I mean, I think a podium is pretty good for Jolene. She hasn't done every race, I believe, so carrying that Mercedes team right now. Is the final sector. She's about to finish up her lap here. It's been pretty fast. I think she's gonna go top of the board here. Yep, she will. By 5/10 over the McLaren of Aidan McCrow. As we will go to the other Alpine of Ryan Miniker. Well, I would say on his in-lap, but it seems that he's also made the mistake of invalidating his lap time. If you missed our action last night, we did have the virtual heat series on NASCAR Heat 5 run for the 2nd race of the season, of Season 9 at Atlanta. About 27 cars, pretty chaotic. Some single-file racing, you could say some super speedway racing of some sort. But it was a dominant day for No You Motorsports, sweeping the stages and the pole. I did get that pole, and I messed up in the second half on the restart, but never mind that. Team owner Casey Masser pulled away with the victory, and he did win the halfway and the race for his first win of the season, and first win since Season 2 of VNS, which was, gotta tell you, probably 2018, many years ago, on NASCAR Heat 2 days, where he did win the championship that season, but also, ironically, won Atlanta as well that season. So good stuff from Master so far. I believe he will be the points leader now if you are interested in NASCAR Heat 5 racing. You could join our Discord as well as F1. We also have OTC in the Forza 7, and we do have a truck series for the Heat 5 series, but you see Colin Teague on his in-lap for Williams Racing. Again, if you want to join our Discord, um, I'm streaming on Xbox, so I can't give that in the description of this stream, but I can give you the name of my YouTube, which should either be on my about part of my Twitch channel, or just search it up, Lyle Chat. You know, my Twitch name without the 2 at the end of it. Search it up on YouTube, and go to any video with OMA archive in it. Go to the description, and you should find the Discord. It is non-expiring of a link, so yeah. As Conti slowing down for his lap, might have messed up. We will see Sebastian Kukulon warm up his tires, warm up the track a little bit. I don't think this is an actual time, judging from how slow he went to that corner right there. May be wrong. But again, if you're just tuning in here for race 7 of 14 in the season for IFC Season 3, we're at the halfway point. We're starting at Silverstone. Jared Talmadge is your point leader by about 49. We're here for a good one right now here in Britain, as Sebastian Kukulon, our reigning champ last 2 seasons and only seasons of IFC so far, just invalidated his lap time, so he will go to the pits. Let's see who we got out up here in front. We have Noah McGalliard saying another lap time is invalidated, though. Julian Sims clearly on the pole from Mercedes. Might not last long, though, with all these heavy hitters on the track. Let's see here. Got Jose Perez in the Red Bull. Recent Truck Series winner in the Sportspeak Truck Series for Season 4. Reincarnation of, I guess, TMG, the old Heat Series from back in the day, 2019. It's been about 2 years since he won. Good to see Jose win again 2 weeks ago. He's after a bit of a disappointing performance from last week's race at the Red Bull Ring. I'm sure that he's going to try to qualify good here and set a good lap. Hopefully have a good race, as his teammate Jordan Edwards goes fourth on the board. And I was just going to go to it, but Colin Teague and the Williams has just absolutely decimated the pole time again by about 5 tenths of a second. We do have the Mercedes on her outlap, though. Julian Sims. Other Alpine, Ryan Miniker, about a lap time. Jarrett Talmadge on his main in-lap now. I guarantee you this is going to be a really fast lap. Jarrett has been actually surprisingly the only winner of Silverstone in the IFC. We've only ran it once. We did not have it last season, which is a little bit surprising because Silverstone is a great track, but I guess it just wasn't wanted on the schedule for last season. Unless I'm going crazy, because I'm looking right here. I don't see any Britain or Silverstone. But yeah, let's talk about Jarrett for a minute. He is the points leader by quite a bit. Like it's a really good gap. He's won 3 races now, 2 in a row, or maybe 3 in a row. I'm not too sure, but he's won 3 races this season out of 7. Good points lead. Sebastian has had a bit of a fall-off season. He did win last week, but he is a little bit farther in points. He's in 3rd. I say it's halfway through the season, you know, way Jarrett's looking as he goes to 3rd on the board. Surely he'll go a little bit faster than that. I think he might have just went a little bit slower that lap intentionally, but Jarrett, he's having a stellar season. He hasn't won a league title, or not league title, OMA title since about, I think, Season 4 or Season 3 of OMA VRC, so he has the momentum right now to win a title. I think it's very much so possible. He gets an invalidated lap there. We have a very scary heavy hitter on the track right now. As he just ran out purple sector 1, it is the Ferrari of Sebastian Kukulon, who probably has the most poles in this league. I'm gonna be honest. I'll check right now, but he definitely has the most poles for this season. I'll check right here. Well, I'm wrong. It is currently. Well, actually, I don't really know when this is updated last, but right now it says Landon Laudenbach has 7 poles and Sebastian has 6. But for right now, we'll watch him come to the end of this lap as he goes into the pits. All right. So I guess it was a good lap, and he's gonna go back into the pits. Let's see. So, win archive hasn't been updated since Imola, which was that was race 5, so it's been 2 races. I think pole sitter last time was Jose Perez, and the race before probably was Landon. I don't think Sebi doesn't want to pull. So, Sebi's not your all-time pole leader, but he's obviously very fast when it comes to qualifying. Didn't mention it, but well, actually no, I did mention it as Fisher Giannotti pulls out of the pits here for his outlap. No one currently on the main lap. We can go on board with Jose Perez, though, who is about to start another qualifying time. With only 2:45 left in qualifying, it's the last stretch to get a good time in. This is definitely for Jose, I think. So we'll watch him as he's going to be the first one and attempt to get a really quick time here, as he's currently a 10th on the board with no time. Saved up his tires to the last second. Might be a really smart play. Actually, what he might be doing is he's gonna warm up the tires here, and then he's gonna go another time around. But we'll see. Not too sure how the strategy plays out here, but he just got a purple sector 1. That's pretty good so far. Well, actually, I don't know if that's. I'm not very expertise on when it comes to F1, so I don't know if purple sector 1 means fastest of them all, or fastest so far for himself. That might be green. I don't know. So I do apologize for that. But so far, it's looking like a really good lap time for the Red Bull. And with a track that means all about speed, I think the Red Bull is perfectly capable of getting pole. And again, I actually don't really know if Jose Perez did get pole last week. I think he might have gotten 3rd. It might have been Sebastian. I think it might have been Sebastian that got pole. So I do apologize for saying that, but can't remember everything, I guess. Comes into his lap time. He will get 2nd, 3/10ths behind Colin Teague. And that will be his final time. I think he'll definitely take that for being, not showing up as much as he usually does. I think that he'll definitely take that. So Aiden McCrow here, and the McLaren comes to start his lap time. Hector Garcia. Actually, not Hector. My bad. Pole sitter currently Colin Teague. Well, I was going to say. Well, actually, he might start another lap here. If he has enough fuel to go around. I think they're all doing the same strategy. Yeah. The 2 Ferraris on their outlaps. It's going to be a dash to the finish here. Oh, and holy moly, Colin Teague is dead, folks. He has died. That was brutal. Alright, he's given up on that. We'll see if he gets pole, holds it off. Jillian Sims on her lap leading the field. Some people might get some slipstream here, depending on how everything goes. So far, so good. Look at the Ferraris probably helping each other out with some slight slipstream maybe. They're very, very slight. I don't know. I don't think that's enough. We'll see how everyone runs as they come across the line. Gelling with a purple sector. This might be a really quick time. Using all the power from her car. Let's see where the Mercedes will go. Then we'll go straight down to the others. Jolene goes fastest. Sebastian goes fastest. And then Landon tops Sebastian for the pole. Where's Jarrett gonna go? Jarrett Talmadge. Might have been on an outlap. No, that was not it. Jarrett Talmadge is going to start 8th for this race. Hector Garcia goes with a 129, 108. Not as good as I would anticipate for it to be. And Aiden McCrow, I think, is still out on the track. He's out of ERS. Running his car completely dry. But we'll see what he gets here. I think this is the last guy to go out. Unless he's already done. I really don't know what's going on. Yeah, no. Okay. Your pole winner is Landon Laudenbach in the Ferrari for, I believe, I don't even know. The something's time this season. We'll check. This is his first pole this season. Sebastian with 3, Hector with 1. And, well, actually, no. Never mind. That's a lie. That part hasn't been updated yet. But it doesn't matter. He's your pole sitter. As you can tell here, the Ferraris are very close within times. Be sure to look out for them tonight. It's going to be a fun one. There's all the drivers, any incidents, if anyone cares to read about this for some reason. But I don't think we have a sprint this week. That was, I'll check. I'm not too sure. Yeah, we are heading to the race now, so. About to head to race 7 to the British Grand Prix. I mean, I got no info on how this race will go. From what I've heard from the drivers, I know that this will be hopefully a pretty good race. There's been a lot of action here. We had an amazing finish here in Season 1 with Jarrett Talmadge and Sebastian Kukulon. Chad East won when he did that IFC back in the day. He had a big time penalty, but he was up there in the front. Ended up winning the race because the top 2, Sebastian and Jarrett, spun each other out on the final corner. Jarrett came to the line to technically get the victory off of time penalties, and Sebastian got second. Eastwan went down about 3rd or 4th. But yeah, it was a absolutely crazy finish. Hopefully we can get something entertaining like that tonight. I think it's definitely possible. As everyone's going to be starting on the medium tire. 26 laps. Sounds about right. Well, not everyone's starting the mediums. We have 3 in the hards, which is Con Teague, Jose Perez, and Jarrett Talmadge. So we'll see how that plays out. Which tire ends up reigning as the best. Because you have to pit at least once. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a good strategy. We'll find out. Again, if you are new here, watching in advance or watching live, if you want to join the OMA Discord, it's in the description of my YouTube, in my YouTube OMA videos. My YouTube channel has the link on my Twitch about for my channel. You just go there, go to OMA, archive videos, go to the description, find an infinite Discord invite. You're free to join. There are lots of people in the league, so being new isn't something too outlandish. But yeah, we are always looking for new talent, new people to join our league. Just don't be a nuisance, an idiot, any of the sort, because we have to deal with that a lot. Not in IFC though. I don't think IFC is really that bad. IFC's mostly clean racing around the front. You gotta be pretty top notch to be good in IFC and OTC as well. But besides that, thank you all for tuning in whenever you are. But we are about to go lights out here at Silverstone. Landon Lautenbach starting on the pole. 5 red lights, and away we go here for the start of the British Grand Prix. Landon Lautenbach into turn 1 with the Ferrari of Sebastian Kugelon behind. Someone's way cutting into the corner. We'll check with Jose Perez real quick. Locks up the tires a little bit. Fischer Giannotti lags out for a second there. Hector Garcia already making up 3 spots on the restart. Amazing start for him as Jillian Sims and Mercedes loses 2 spots off the start of the race. Aiden McCrow is also going to try to pass her. Sebastian Kugelon passes for the race lead on Landon Lautenbach, as the Ferrari's going to try to work together and pull away, with Jose Perez on the hards in third. A big group of people back here. Stayed clean so far, but tell you what, even though he's in the hards currently, Jarrett Talmadge is not on a good start. He has lost 1 spot so far. We're almost a lap in. This is not what we've seen of Jarrett recently. And again, it is the beginning of this race, but you do not want to lose that much time, or otherwise it is completely over. Again, this is a custom setup series, so, you know, any bit of speed you can find is prominent. Making sure you got the right setup is definitely the key, as these 2 Ferraris are almost gone. Jose's about 1.4 seconds back. Hector Garcia, who made a little mistake there, didn't see what happened, but Jillian Sims passes around. That's going to hurt Hector a little bit, as now he's going to get pressured by the McLaren of Aiden McCrow. Yeah, something wrong a little bit with Hector's car. Overcorrecting a little bit on some of these corners as Jarrett passes for 8th on Fischer Giannotti. Again, the two Ferraris are just about gone here at Silverstone, so no need to worry about these guys. Jose's sitting pretty with the hards in the 3rd place right now. So, if I'm Jose, I'm feeling great about my strategy. Assuming the hards is a good strategy to go off of. If it isn't, then it's a great opportunity for the Mercedes, right behind of Jillian Sims, going for hopefully another podium this season. Hector off the track just a tiny bit there, as well as maybe the McLaren. I'm sure Hector wants to call and Teague to get around Aiden so they can work together a little bit. And maybe pass some drivers, such as the Mercedes of Jillian Sims. So we got a yellow in the... Oh no. As Jordan Edwards in the Red Bull, as Aiden McCrow gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's very huge for the Williams. They're going to get... Well, virtually they'll be able to get around Aiden. Time penalties do count here. It's not Imola, so we found that out recently. As Sebastian sits a fast lap of the race again. These two definitely worked up a great setup because they are absolutely gone. They shot out of a rocket. If I'm Sebi, I'm feeling great right now because you want to know why? Even though Landon Lauterbach is second, I think he would take the points lead, maybe, or get not take the points lead, but he would certainly get closer to Jarrett Talmadge here, as he's sitting in 8th, and he's sitting in 2nd. But Sebastian, who I believe would get 7 or 8 more points on Landon, would definitely need a huge, or definitely get a huge gain on Jarrett. He's not having the greatest start right now. I mean, he got 4th in the standings at one point about 2 races ago, which was the lowest he's ever been in the IFC, which has been running for 2.5 seasons now. So, Sebi needs a huge comeback, and with getting almost max points last week of the Red Bull Ring, this is a perfect opportunity for Sebastian to go out with another win, hold off Landon, and, you know, really get those 2 Ferraris up in the points and overtake Jarrett Talmadge as he gets to 7th place. Aiden McCrow goes to 8th place with that time penalty. That's really bad. And the Haas of Noah McGalliard has made a mistake and has gone to P last. Jose Perez has just made another mistake. Missed that. That's nice. He'll lose about 3-4 spots there to the Williams and the AlphaTauri of Jarrett Talmadge. That's good for Jarrett, certainly. 6 is not what Jarrett Talmadge would want currently, but it's good for now, as the Haas of Noah McGalliard gets a 3-second time penalty as well. But right now, you got the 2 Ferraris up here, a Mercedes, and then 2 Williams. So, if I mean, you can't really work together too well here, but I think it could potentially work with Hector and Colin Teague. They are a great duo, but also as well as the Ferraris. I think the Ferraris are unmatched today. There's no beating them unless something truly goes awry. But this is how it is sometimes. Tell you what though, the hards currently isn't working. They're all in, I mean, it's doing all right. It's not working the greatest, but you know, they're just sitting in 5th, 6th, and 7th, so we'll see how that works out later. Not sure if it's a worthy strategy, but we're here to find out later on as the Mercedes of Jolene gets the fastest lap of the race. But if you couldn't tell the difference between her and Sebastian and Landon, she's used up all of her ERS, so that's kind of why that happened. Trying to get as many points as possible. Currently, she's doing fine. She's done this almost every race where she uses up her ERS and somehow still has enough around the end without, you know, killing her engine or whatever. But if that's a worthy strategy that, you know, makes up time, then go for it, because she's already gained about 0.3 of a second. And Noah McGalliard in the Haas has spun around as he got another time penalty if you didn't see earlier up there. And he is just struggling right now. Not a good day for him. But, as they missed it again because the incident happened, the lead has changed to Landon Lautenbach. So he and Sebi are going to keep battling for the rest of this race for sure. There's no doubt in my mind that they won. But that's really good for the person in 3rd, which I've mentioned their name about 500 times already. Jolene Sims in the Mercedes. So if these two keep battling, which they know they cannot do, but if they do anyway, then she's going to catch up. Hector is still in 4th, and Colin Teague is sitting behind in the hards in 5th. Jarrett Talmadge, the points leader, is still sitting in 6th. A reminder to anyone, he is our only winner here in Silverstone. As Noah McGalliard, I think, has parked it for the session. Well, not parked it yet, but he's left. Jolene is caught to 1.9 seconds on these leaders. I don't know, man. I mean, she keeps sitting between the low ERS range, but it's working. She's not draining it to 0%. As long as that's the case, then I think it's fine. But again, you can't really use too much of it. And honestly, I don't really think she is using it at like that much. As the Alpine of Ryan Miniker in 10th gets a 3-second time penalty. Just running the car obviously uses the power, so I mean, she is just about the same, that yellow stripe right there at the bottom, as the top two. Oh, and Hector gets a 3-second time penalty. That is not good. Now, he is ahead of Conti, but still, he wanted, obviously, to have a chance, potentially at the podium. He's fine right now. We're in 4th. I think he's fine, but that's obviously not good. I'm not sure if I can get taken off from the pits, or if time penalties at all don't really count at Silverstone. I do not know, because I'm not the guy who says, oh, yes, they count this race, but not this race. Because some races are kind of dumb with the penalties, which is understandably so. Well, now I'm a little bit curious, because, you know, I'll be quite frank with you. I don't really know what the thing that the ERS yellow and white stripes at the bottom, like, truly mean. I don't know if that means, like, how much you're using and how much, like, you got left, like, when the deploy comes out. I don't really know. I'm just gonna not focus on that, because it's too much. It's just nothing really for right now. All you gotta know is that the Mercedes is catching up to these top two. That's all you gotta know. Hector's pulled away from Teague. Well, actually, no, he's not. I'm stupid. I looked at his time. He's 4 seconds behind Jolene, so that's not Teague. Oh my god. Yeah, while the Mercedes is working up here, Lennon just stopped the fast lap of the race. 131.7. I think it's really just gonna be a battle between these two. The Mercedes can catch, but I think we might need a safety car for that to happen. As the other Alpine, Fischer Giannotti gets a 3-second time penalty. I will go into the driver's voice chat real quick to affirm if the time penalties do actually matter this race, because we like to change our minds. We are back. Obviously very affirmative that time penalties do count. Unless clips, penalties, afterwards are overwritten, by a highlight or a clip of some sort. Since that doesn't really happened, these top two have stayed the same. Third is lost time to the top two. I don't think anyone's really changed positions, so. It's all spread out and kind of just relaxed. On the radio, Jarrett doesn't seem to be too happy right now. We'll go on board with Jarrett right here, as he's going to try to get around the Williamses right here. He goes off track. Some contact. Can't really see what's going on there between him and Teague. Or Hector, rather. As the Alpines stack up their time penalties. So now Jarrett's into the top 5. Trying to get as many points as possible to cushion his lead in the driver standings. Obviously, I think any F1 racer, if you've been leading the points for a while, I think just 3rd could be a bad day. Points-wise, so you want to light a fire under your butt, you know, not lose that points. So obviously he is in the hards, but not the best start for Jarrett. But while that is happening, we'll go back to our leaders. Sebastian's caught a little bit to Landon. They stay between the 3/10, 4/10 range this whole race, so it is really just the Ferraris right now. And definitely look like a solid podium for the Mercedes of Jillian Sims, as long as she doesn't make any mistakes anytime soon. Oh, we got a little bit of a crash here. Ryan Minnicker in the grass. Already having a really bad day with the time penalties. He's just gonna go into the pits, go in the hard, see what it can do. He has no choice. I've been off and on about Jillian Sims today, but she has put on a very interesting, impressive performance. Unlike most, I think she's only gotten 1 podium this season, and it might have been... Well, I can't confirm that, but I think she might have. And she's about to get another today, barring no mistakes, with low ERS the whole race. She has been gaining on Sebastian and Landon. Like, they're in, you know, you can see them right there. They're in view. And she's gotten close, but then she lost a lot of time, so it's been very up and down for her, but I'm still slightly confident in the fact that she could get up to them. I know I've talked about it a lot, but just want to make that clear. And wow, commentator's curse. Commentator's curse, everyone. There you go. There you go. Talk about her enough, and then you run out of talent. Wow. That is hysterical. That's going in the clip. Well, alright, that's her day. We're going to Colin Teague now in 3rd with Jarrett Talmadge behind. Now Jarrett gets in their spot, and Colin Teague is going to go for a podium here. We'll see how that works out. Huh. That is, that's crazy. That hasn't happened to me in a while. Since I first started broadcasting the VNS last season. In the back of my mind, I had that, like, just sitting there like, okay, shut up about her, because she's probably going to spin out or have some sort of incident. There you go. There you go, folks. She spun out. Wow. Oh, boy. Not good for her, though. I feel really bad. But anyways, with that out of the way, Sebastian just hit the fast lap of the race, and his teammate is in the pits. Obviously, they don't want a double stack. So, Yeah, so Landon's going to go on the hards here. And the Red Bull of Jose Perez just got another, or his first time penalty of the race, so that sucks. Hopefully he can still finish alright, because there's others that do have time penalties. I think he's good for now. He wasn't in the top 5 anyway, so I think he's alright. But now Jolene's going to replace a new wing, and she should be going on the hards now, so she's going to have to hope for a safety car for a better finish. That really was unfortunate. But anyways, Landon's out of the pits. Making it about halfway this race. Sebi, I would have to imagine, is coming in this lap. Sebi, I mean, honestly, he's one of the greatest in OMA history with overall talent. He has a championship in OTC. He has 2 championships in IFC. He's a championship in VRC. He won the first ever VNS title, I believe. He has won everything there is to win in the OMA, which is absolutely crazy. But he has done that, as everyone's getting time penalties now, where Aiden McCrow, Hector Garcia, Ed Fisher just got another one. But yeah, Sebastian, right now, like, he's sitting so pretty in the top spot, alright? And Colin Teague just got another penalty, just like, I believe, 2 weeks ago, where you're speeding in the pit lane. It's a 5-second time penalty. Hopefully that gets taken off later with clips, but that is not good at all. Anyways, as I was saying about Sebastian, he's one of the best. I mean, I gotta just imagine, like, right now, if I'm Sebastian, I'm just feeling great. Gonna get a points gain on Jarrett. You know, it's halfway in the season, and I might go, you know, 2 in a row. I'd feel pretty happy if I'm Sebastian, so enough about him, but he's doing really good right now. And as I'm not surprised, the 2 guys on the hards are currently just still running it out right now. And Landon Laudenbach has gotten a 3-second time penalty. Now that is game-changing. So now Landon's going to have to go pull away. He's going to have to pull away 3 seconds. I don't even think it's going to happen, but we'll see. Because as long as Sebastian stays in the slipstream, it's his win. It's literally his win. He's made no mistakes, as well as Jarrett. And Jarrett might get a free podium from this as well. That was very huge, though. If that does, I have to imagine that counts, because it wasn't like a speeding penalty, but that's huge. As many drivers have said before, this game does kind of blow when it comes to dumb penalties. Happens to everyone. Happens to Teague. Hector, a few weeks ago, happened to Teague again. Might have happened to Landon. I don't think he did really anything wrong there. Fisher Giannotti, the last in the mediums, coming in the pits in 3rd, who's had just about an abysmal day, really, for the Alpines. Landon Laudenbach on the hards gets the fast of the race. The battle between these 3, well, actually no, not really. These 2 will be pretty big, because Sebi is only about 7/10 back, and Colin Teague's got another time penalty. There's a lot of time penalties right now for 12 drivers, so to add them all up, you'll see at the end of the event. There might be a couple, like the one that he got with speeding, that won't count. But right now, it's not seeming too good for most of these guys. Well, the only people who haven't got a time penalty is Jolene, Sebastian, Jarrett, and Jordan Edwards. This actually might be really good for the Mercedes right here, so she can get a bunch of spots back if everyone else has time penalties. I think that could be actually monumental for her. So Colin Teague is the only one on mediums currently, because he is the first one that was on the hards to be on the mediums. So he's running really fast times at the moment. So he's going to try to go for the fastest lap of the race, because that's the most, you know, he'll get points, but he wants to get at least one more, just to feel alright about himself. Landon still has not pulled away from Sebastian yet. Understandably frustrated, I'd have to imagine. Jolene and Fisher having a bit of a battle for 8th. And it is very obvious, you know, that the mediums are very fast, but how fast will it be? Will it be fast enough for Jarrett to catch up to Landon and Sebastian? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But I think Jarrett's getting a podium here since he doesn't have a time penalty compared to Colin Teague in 5th. And Jose has 1 as well. Jose actually might get 4th out of this. So, good day for him right now. He has not made a mistake. He's doing good. As he does enter the pit road. So he does get passed by the Ferraris. That's obvious. They're pretty much gone, so. But he's only just now getting passed by the Williams with about, I think, 11-second time penalty. We'll see where Jose gets there. Yeah, he just got in the mediums when Colin Teague has been out for 3 laps. Jose, I think, should guaranteed get 4th. So good run for the Red Bull. Very good run for the Red Bull. Hector has like 2 time penalties compared to Jose. Almost just ran straight into him. Jose, I think, only has 1, so it'd be Jose up in front of him. Wow, Hector really making an aggressive move around him here. Got very close to his tires, almost spun himself out. Jared Talmadge still doesn't pit yet. Oh, and he goes wide. Head goes very wide. But he makes the overtake on Jose and the Red Bull as they enter some S's here. Great. Oh, I don't know if it was great, but it was an overtake by Hector. Jose's going to try to get him back on the outside. Hector really aggressive right now. Trying to get around Jose. It's a great battle, but Hector is not going to win this one regardless because of time penalties. And if it means anything, if you just haven't been confirmed that Jarrett Talmadge probably won't win yet, he's only 15 seconds ahead or so of the top 2, or of 2nd and 3rd. And once he gets to mediums, he will have, you know, some time. Well, actually, he might not get the mediums because the way he's going out this far in the race, might as well get softs for the last few laps. But we'll see when that, you know, when that road comes. But it won't be enough. It lasts for like 3 laps, and you get like only like so much time out of it. So it's pretty much Sebastian's race to win. There's almost no way possible you can lose it at this point. Jarrett could get 2nd with Landon's time penalty, as he does go fastest again. So yeah, keep that in mind. Landon has to hold off Jarrett within 3 seconds probably, if he does go long enough and get to softs and somehow catch all that time back up, because he will be about 6 or so seconds back. I mean, it could work. I don't know. I don't know if softs are that fast. He can catch up probably... Well, actually, I mean, he could catch up like a max probably of like 2 seconds per lap. It'll be like 2 and then like 1.5 and then maybe like a second. So I say there's a shot, but it won't be close enough. Oh, and Jarrett Talmadge, he has a puncture in his right front. Made a big mistake there. I'm not even sure what happened. In all honesty, I'm pretty sure his tire just blew. Wore it out too much. That definitely lost him second. Any chance he's gonna go straight to the pits now? That is huge. Thought he spun out there, almost caused safety car, I feel like, but that is really not good. It might take some more time to get, repair that or replace. But Landon is gonna be in the lead for now, but again, with that time penalty, it's gonna be Sebastian's race to win here. So now Jarrett's going on the softs. He was probably planning to go in the pit soon, so it's not the worst thing ever, but he lost like 6 seconds, so I don't know. Now he's just gonna have to fight for I don't even know here. I don't know what he's gonna fight for. I don't know how much 4th, 6th, 5th, I don't know what time penalties they got. Could check real quick, but I don't think it's even worth it. Fisher, I know for sure he's not even close, like. But I guess we can just check it for fun. If we can get to it here. Incidents. So, let's go to the Alpine. Let's see, 3-second time penalty. Wait, oops, my bad. Let's go to Vendable chart. So 3 seconds. Yep. Warning. 3 seconds. So that's 6 seconds. Yeah, like, dude he's got a lot of time penalties. Probably the most this race. So obviously, Jarrett's gonna pass him. Wow, he must have made a mistake. He got passed by Ryan, and he's 2 seconds back, but now he's 19 back from them. This is really not good for Jarrett. He might finish. He's not gonna finish out of the points, but he's gonna finish really low in the points. And Sebastian, I don't know if it'll happen, but if he gets fastest lap, he will get max points this race, which is absolutely huge. That's everything he needs right now. Everything. Meanwhile, though, I think your podium is Sebastian, Landon Laudenbach, and Jose Perez. Because Colin T does have about 11 seconds, so. Hector has more than Jose, if I remember correctly. Really good day for Jose. I'm really happy for him. I think he only has 1 podium ever in the IFC. So obviously, very good run for him. Running the absolute crap out of his car right now. But I think it's absolutely worth it to do so. As we will be coming to 4 laps to go. If he needs some entertainment, I guess he could pretend that Sebastian is going for the win here on Landon. And let's say that Landon does not have any time penalties, but obviously he does. Will count. It's not a Canada situation. Sucks though, because at Canada, this exact same thing happened with Landon where he had a time penalty and he won the race, but Jarrett was behind enough and he got second. And Jarrett won the race. But right now, Jarrett seems to be getting 9th. And yeah, that's really bad. Obviously, he's definitely frustrated right now. Oh! Jordan Edwards around in the S's. No safety car. If there was a safety car, that's it. Everything breaks loose. Um, well, I'm not actually sure about that because I don't know how many people would really be able to get like any time off their penalties, but we will check afterwards because we'll get the official results. So anything that I've mistakenly said will show up. Um, Now Colin Teague does have a pretty big gap on Jose, but I think he has at least 8 seconds of time penalties. I'm pretty sure it's 11, and Jose has 3. Sebastian, though, just at the fastest lap of the race, so he is looking for max points this race, and it is working. Very good for Sebastian. This is easily one of the best streaks he's going on right now. Starting a really good streak, hopefully, after what happened at the Austrian Grand Prix. So as I was saying, I think Jose is in the clear for a podium. We'll find out after the race. But anyways, we'll talk about Sebastian Kukulon a little more. Again, he's won 2 titles in the IFC. Won last race. Didn't get fastest lap. But he's starting to get a bit of Montero now. As Jarrett gets the fastest lap, that's actually not surprising at all. I know Sebi won't beat that. So he won't get max points this race, but it's only 1 point, so I think he's gonna gain a lot. Or is it 2 points? I'm not fully sure. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Sebastian's gonna let Landon have the win. The virtual win, I guess, but you know, in reality it's gonna be Sebastian. And what else is new? Victor Giannotti gets another time penalty. 3 laps to go here at Silverstone. It's actually just crazy how you look at it. When there's only been 2 drivers that have not gotten a single time penalty this whole race. And they're the top 2, or not top 2, but they're like the 2 most winningest drivers in the league. That's pretty interesting. And everyone else just has like boatloads of seconds on their game. Tell you what though, this has been a great day for Ferrari and constructors. I think I do not know the Ferrari constructors points or how much they got, but I'm pretty sure you could say it's probably locked up at this point. I mean, they're just gone with it. I will look real quick. We are now on 2 laps to go here at Silverstone. Yeah, so constructors 190 to 170 on the AlphaTauri. So, not locked up yet, but they're doing pretty good with the constructors' points right now. And we will be coming to the white flag here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Lap car on the way, doesn't matter. Landon Lautenbach has had a dominating performance with Sebastian Kukulon as well, but he made that one fatal mistake off pit road, and it ended his race. He got a 3-second time penalty. That's it. Sebastian Kukulon, who's been on a tear recently, with the win at the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring, is gonna get another one today. He's going to be scoring a lot of points on Jarrett. As you can see here, he is currently 9th. Probably will result in 8th place or 7th. But point is, Sebastian has had nothing but dominance today. With his 14th career win for IFC coming in last week. With all the momentum he's got through the S's. The 2-time reigning champion, Sebastian Kukulon, is about to come to his 15th career IFC win at Silverstone and gain a lot of points on Jared Talmadge. Off the final corner, Landon Lautenbach gets the win, but off time penalty won't work. So Sebastian Kukulon is your winner here at Silverstone. Absolute dominance by the Ferraris today. Nothing but. Nothing but. We will look at the results afterwards. Jose Perez seemed to have an issue on the final lap. Falling behind. That is really not good. He might have lost the podium just there. But yep, there it is. So, Colin Teague takes 3rd. Hector takes 4th. Jose 5th, his best finish in a long time. Jolene Sims, Aiden McCrow, Fisher Giannotti. Jarrett with a time penalty, surprisingly, at the end here. Will finish 9th. And Ryan Miniker gets 10th. Jordan Edwards 11th. As he's out of the points with Noah McGalliard in 12th. So there you have it. Race 7 in the books. And with that, I think we are officially into the next half of this season. But yeah, Sebastian Kukulon takes home the victory, the trophy, everything. It's absolutely great for him right now. Don't think we'll get any interviews per usual, but I enjoyed that race personally. I'd give that like an 8. Pretty exciting start, really, for everyone. A lot of passing. Jarrett had a big moment there, and he's had a lot of big moments this race. But there he is, the Colombian himself. 15th IFC win. Most all time. This man has nothing but dominance. We'll see what some of the drivers will be saying in the paddock as we've just finished up this race. Jolene says wishes she could have been on the podium. GG's from Jose. Here's your finishing results if you couldn't tell. Let's see who had the record of most time on their penalties. 12 seconds for McLaren of Aiden McCrow and Fisher Giannotti. So there you have it. Fast lap goes to Jarrett Talmadge, respectively. Here's all the incidents if you care to look at them. I'll try to get through them all because there were a lot. Exceeding track limits is very common here. Yeah, there's A lot of these. That's crazy. Pit stops, there you go. Sebastian says Landon could have the win since he might have his penalty removed. Almost had a max Ferrari points day. Aiden McCrow is mad at the track limits. Now, keep in mind that Landon Laudenbach might have his penalty removed, his time penalty for what happened in the S's, or I don't know where it was, but I think it might have been around there when he exited pit road. So, Sebastian Kukulon isn't officially the winner yet, so be on the lookout for the Twitter afterwards. That's Online Motorsports Association. We will be posting about that very soon, hopefully. And Landon Laudenbach says my penalty is going to come off, so I'll wait here just a minute to get a confirmation, because some people might not know yet. Well, not getting confirmation yet if Landon is the winner. He might have won, but for now, I'm going to end the stream. You can look on the Online Motorsports Association's Twitter later on to find out who is the real winner. But point is, Sebastian Kukulon gained a lot of points today, as well as just Ferrari as a whole. Good race. Hope everyone enjoyed. I'll be back next week at a very earlier time, around 6 p.m., 5:30 or so for qualifying. So, okay, it is confirmed. Landon Laudenbach got his time penalties taken off. So, Landon Laudenbach in the Ferrari is your winner for the second time this season. So, great for Landon. Very happy for him. Definitely needed that because he's gotten too many of them taken away this season for sure. But yeah, so there's your confirmation there. If you need more, you can go to Twitter later on. But I'll see y'all next week. I'm Landon Lyle, and thank you for watching.